Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news, summarising the latest going-ons from Cloud Imperium and Star Citizen over the last week. We are powering through March 2022, and Alpha 3.17's first wave PTU is incoming shortly, almost certainly later this week, probably. We don't know for sure, but it looks like it's almost ready for the next stage. It could be within the next couple of days, it could be for the weekend. It's almost certainly going to be done this week, though. There are still no plans to wipe for the patch, which is good to hear, even if it's not 100% confirmation. The patch is keenly being tested by EVOCATI. Once all the terrible bugs and horrible things have been removed from it, then it will go to first wave PTU, and that allows RSI subscribers and Concierge to get into the mix, as well as allowing me and Zin to start making content on the patch and talking about it and doing, ship tours and all the different gameplay and looking at all that and talking about it all. And then after a bit of stress testing for 3.17, then it will go to a wider audience beyond that as well. So the addition of refueling, river, or sort of like new river tech, new ships, expanded selling and looting, and the first implementation now of Quanta means that this patch is actually a lot more meaty, a lot more interesting than we previously had thought. So, most of the news this week was 3.17 orientated, so let's jump in with a bit of a summary. So there was a Not So Star Citizen live episode, which was a pre-recorded, originally supposed to be a live episode. It was pre-recorded due to scheduling, where we had Todd Pappy, Star Citizen Live director, giving us some juicy information about 3.17 and beyond. So I've got a full breakdown of that interview that they sort of had with him on my channel, along with everything else we're going to talk about, so go check that out. But I will highlight some bits here. Alpha 3.17 rebalances fuel mechanics along with refueling for the Starfarer being added to the game, so expect some changes to your ships. It's adding the first implementation of the Quanta system, with fuel and repair prices being driven by the system, as well as service beacons and their encounters based on probability volumes. So this looks at pirates, security forces, and civilian or mining or freighter craft all sort of being involved in combat or sort of being encountered when you're traveling around, and service beacons that you can respond to are based on the activity in the verse and represent what's going on, which is pretty exciting for them to actually start putting this in. And we wanted it in last year, but it was obviously delayed, and now it looks like it's coming in for 3.17. There are some desync fixes that are apparently working extremely well in 3.17 as well, though there are worries that they might cause some jitter, but the improvements there seem to be absolutely fantastic, with actual synced up and sort of prediction of where a character is and where a ship is. The Cyclone MT and Archimedes P72 will be available to buy in-game in 3.17. The Cutlass Steel and Hover Quad will be available in 3.18 to purchase. You won't be able to sell things that are account-bound to shops. So selling things to shops is new in 3.17, sort of like being able to sell a wider range of stuff, your FPS gear and things that you've looted, but you won't be able to sell your golden concierge armor or anything that's sort of attached to the RSI hangar on the RSI website. There apparently isn't any more mission content or new missions beyond the Quanta system being added, I suppose, with Alpha 3.17 initially, though there might be a point patch, a 3.17.x patch, that adds some, and we know that Fleet Week is in May, and that's part of the patch cycle, and there could be some cool stuff going on with that. In fact, there almost certainly will be. Inside Star Citizen, so let's do a quick summary of this. Looting and selling are getting some big updates in 3.17, as we sort of mentioned previously. You won't be able to buy certain items in shops. They're sort of changing where you find certain items. So uncommon items, like certain armors and weapons, will only be available from loot containers and bodies. So shops have had a bit of an update on what they sell. And there are going to be some very rare items as well that can only be found in boxes. You will be able to sell items to a shop as long as they sort of specialize in that item roughly. So you'll be able to sell FPS weapons to shops that sell FPS weapons. There has been an economy rebalance for 3.17 as well. Medical gameplay so it has had various tweaks for 3.17. Bleeding is less severe. There are less in the way of instant deaths, and there are many other little minor improvements as well. We're also going to see in the future some improvements to body dragging and general medical gameplay as well. The roadmap, we had a bit of a roadmap update this week. Nothing sort of groundbreaking there. It was sort of environment and planetary update orientated. They're sort of reworking some of the teams they've got working and how they work on the roadmap, but we're seeing foliage and ocean shaders being worked on and added to the roadmap. However, terrain, snow displacement, and destructible environments have been temporarily removed from the roadmap, which is, I really wanted to see destructible environments, but I think they need to be thought about a lot and exactly what is destructible and how and why. So something a little bit more interesting that was noted on Reddit is devs did confirm that planets orbiting and seasons on planets will be a thing. So they want that sort of foliage shader to allow for sort of like the changing of color of plants and foliage. Cool. Planets will be orbiting the sun and moons orbiting the planets, and there will be sort of dynamic splines for quantum travel in the future. Sounds amazing. Probably more than we need, but they want to do it. I'm sort of interested to know, do you think we need orbiting planets? Do you think, actually, I do want it, that's cool, I think it's awesome, or we don't need it, but it is cool, or no, we don't need it, it's going to cause a load of problems. Why, CIG, why you do this? So, St. Patrick's Day. The celebrations are still ongoing. There's a variety of green ships available for this Stella Fortuna, which is the name of St. Patrick's Day in game, basically Space St. Patrick's Day. You can buy these green ships and their individual skins on the RSI website at the moment. This year's sort of got a focus on the 400i and 600i being their sort of newly green skins this time. So check those out if you're interested. Sneak peek. So this week's sneak peek was an interesting one for me because it's sort of like the cockpit of what appears to be a Drake ship, but I don't know what Drake ship. Maybe it's a new one. What do you think? Could it be the Corsair? Could it be something entirely new? Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen news summary this time. But what do you think? Will we see an Alpha 3.17 patch go to like first wave during this week, early this week, late this week, at the weekend maybe? Does it need more work though? Is it going to be later? Do you think that the picture is of a new Drake ship or just something like the Corsair? Are you looking forward to Alpha 3.17 and potentially that Quanta dynamic universe of integration and gameplay there coming online? What are your plans when 3.17 goes live? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I am French and sophisticated. I am also French and also sophisticated. Let us go on a date. Neither of these people are French or sophisticated. It was me doing a funny voice, as well as showing the horrors of dating online and what happens if you accidentally catfish yourself with 2 of your own accounts. But French people don't talk like that even. No one does. NordVPN can make you appear to be in France, but it doesn't make you French, as I've now found out. It can be used to improve security or give you more accessibility to the internet. I can watch all my favourite shows. Get yourself NordVPN today in the links below and maybe be a better version of yourself. Now that's shilling for you. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway, and March is no different. We have a Crusader Industries Mercury Star Runner. This multi-crew, multi-role, cargo and data running ship is my favourite ship in the game. It has loads of little smuggling holes. It's got a good amount of armament. It can do a little bit of everything in the game at the moment. To be in for a chance of winning it, just comment on any of my videos made during March. More details in the description below. Please consider liking, subscribing, and potentially even clicking that join button under my videos to help further support the channel. Share the videos around with your friends and family. You'll occasionally get exclusive videos, posts, and polls that help influence the channel, along with emotes and badges to show your support. It really does help. There's also a Patreon and direct donations tool for those inclined. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a great March 2022!